Hi, this is Brent from PathandTarot, and I'm just going to be walking you through this unique card spread using my elemental cards that I've custom made here for myself. Originally the cards I used to do the Zener card test, but because I like multi-purpose things, cards, I want to be able to use them in different ways too, to maybe create some divinity-like effects, or maybe we can say light divinity. Right now I'm just washing the cards to give them a good shuffle. To give you an idea of the materials I used, I'm using Duck Brand shelf liner underneath, and then a pillowcase, a fresh pillowcase by the way, just washed, on top of that, so I can have a nice texture with the cards as I'm shuffling it. So I'm giving it a good wash, arranging the pillowcase as you can see. Second thought, I may not use a pillowcase next time because you have to, it can sort of get crumpled up as you can see on camera. So maybe next time I'll forego the pillowcase. But for now, it was a nice thing to have. It smelled really good. Fresh laundry is awesome. So now I'm shuffling the cards. I like to do a riffle shuffle. I like to do that a lot. I'm not really sure how many times I did that. More than a few, and then I'm just doing some overhands to get the card shuffled. The wash already kind of shuffled up things pretty good, but I like to make sure that the cards are in a pretty well random order. So with the deck together there, I'm basically just measuring it, and we're going to cut the deck, move it to the left, and then I'm just cutting it to the right like that. And then how the spread is going to work, I'm going to draw one card right off the top of the left deck, put it in front of it, and then I'm going to just mirror it with the other deck as I alternate. And I'm just going to be alternating between the decks, and I'm going to be intuitively just placing the next cards either above or below, so that I have 10 cards in total here. So I just drew an air off the right side and I put it on the bottom. So I got a spirit on the next one. So I'm putting it below the earth there because I wanted to get maybe have spirit go upwards. And so that's kind of how I'm making these decisions. It's pure intuition. So there's, I'm trying to go quickly as well too, as you can see on camera. And so now I've got the completed spread. I've drawn the cards out. I've alternated between the piles, like you can see there. So I've got fire in the bottom left-hand corner. It's kind of it sticks out like a sore thumb a little bit, but it's an interesting part of the card spread here. And so there's a lot of air. The air element has dominated the spread, as you can see. There's more air cards than any other cards there. And from this, you can use your intuition. The elements have their own meanings, as we know through a lot of like occult writings and esoteric text. You can draw the meanings from these elements in any which way, and that was sort of the goal for these cards, to use in the Zener card test, but also to give me the opportunity to have these, divinity sessions for myself, and to create other opportunities to maybe see things that I normally would not see. And at this point, once the cards are arranged, I can gaze into the cards and just kind of focus into them, and maybe you can set your intentions a particular way, and maybe you'll come up with something. A flash of intuition will happen, or inspiration, I guess I should say, is probably better. Inspiration will come, or an answer to your question you've been thinking about, and just you can empty your mind and stare into the cards, and let the colors go to work too. The colors are that way for a certain reason. And so we've got a lot of yellow here to represent air, and you can use that information in any which way to cast your own fortune in a way, if that's what you want to do, or you can use that in other ways. And so with this, you can use this same method for tarot cards if you want, or oracle cards, or any other sort of cards that you want to cast your fortune with. You just start off by cutting the deck in half and drawing a card off one pile and putting it in front of it, and then mirroring that. And then now you've got your two cards as your foundation to work from. And so as you alternate between the draws, you're going to be able to place them either up, above, or below. And it's up to you, because you can look at the cards that are already there and decide where does this card fit nicely. You can consider patterns, the suits, if it's a major arcana trump. You can look for those unique connections and place the card where you think it fits. And then once it's all together, you can read the cards and create the relationships that way. It's nice to have a matrix of cards in the way we have, to create those connections, with maybe geometric shapes and patterns and things like that. You can create those opportunities. But it's also interesting too that the decks are being used as well in this. They're taking up space within the matrix of cards, right? The 3x4 set of cards we have. So they've taken up space. They're basically the backing of the cards. Blank in a way. It doesn't have any images. It has its pattern, but it doesn't have the image or the meaning that these cards have. So it's taking up space. It's void of meaning in a way, and so that's interesting that can be used. So I think that's a nice part of this card spread that you can perform for yourself is to have those spaces be void and use that to help create the variations on meaning, and using that in your connections to see if you can make a unique spread for yourself or have a unique answer, and sort of break away from other card spreads that have specific instructions. This is a way to use your intuition, as well as have some sort of basic formula that you can follow, that you can sort of bend to your will. With this type of spread, you can use it with really tarot cards or any cards, even playing cards. If you know how to read playing cards, you can do it that way. But with these elemental cards, this is a way for me to experiment and see patterns with the cards, to maybe learn more about the divinity like elements, pun intended, because these are elemental cards. Haha. Okay, so there you have it. That should give you an idea of how to do this type of spread and use the information and sort of the instructions of how I did it, and insert that into your card readings, and use that to empower how you read, and how you use your intuition as well. How are you intuitively placing the cards in a certain order? So there you have it. You can click the link at the bottom of the video there to go back to the article to read a little bit more, or you can go to the page there, or the main page here on YouTube, to watch more videos if you want. Make sure you like and subscribe, because that's important. You'll want to get the notifications for videos here as they come. The schedule for these videos is somewhat infrequent, so you do want to be subscribed and be notified when they do come out, because it'll be good when it comes out. That's how it works. Unique content, as well as the best quality I can make it. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, and read well.